some ground today called Grow Your Business with Qvinci for Accountants. We're going to be recording this webinar, and we'll be making it on demand at a later date, so feel free to revisit it often. Qvinci, we're going to do a very quick slideshow introducing you very quickly to Qvinci and the concept of Qvinci for Accountants. Then we're going to hop right into the application, and then I'm going to show you how you can go to our website and play with the application in a live setting. It's a revolutionary solution and really targeted exclusively for accountants, not your clients, but for you, but for benefit for not only your staff and your firm, but your clients as well. Let me see if I can. Okay, so you're looking at this webinar right now, Grow Your Business. We have other webinars coming up. Check back on our website, accountants.qvinci.com. We'll have a lot of content there, and you can always see upcoming webinars, training, introductions, and that sort of thing. The agenda is we're going to talk a little bit about Qvinci, the company. What is Qvinci for Accountants? The way we're going to, 6 ways are going to help you grow your business. One-stop shopping, improve collaboration, report generation, templating, and styling and publishing. Now this particular aspect right here is this is new. We've got patents filed on it, and this is going to radically change how you report for your clients, because it's going to automate it, and you're not going to do them every month. You're going to do them. You're going to build templates, style, and publish. And then we're going to talk about security and next steps. Qvinci, we've been around since 2007. We always get asked how old is the company. 2007. We are the official reporting solution for the Intuit franchise program. The accounting group inside Intuit takes us into large accounting firms. We're the #1 reporting solution on the App Store, and our solution is patented. We own the patent on collecting financial data from a plurality of files and doing account mapping and consolidation. Very briefly, let's take a look real quickly at what is Qvinci for Accountants. Now, again, we're going to move very, very quickly. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so if you want to ask questions, you can chat, ask in the question box. We have staff standing by to answer your questions, just in the question box of the webinar control panel. Qvinci for Accountants leverages all the technology in the Qvinci framework. First and foremost, we sync data from QuickBooks Online, desktop, all forms of desktop, Xero, Excel, MYOB, Reckon, down under. We're bringing that data in, we standardize that data, and we bring it in, and we put it in a variety of platforms. One of the platforms that you get with Qvinci for Accountants is a management portal. This is not for your clients, this is for you. Be thinking QBOA, but the ability to collaborate across your entire staff and manage your staff and see meaningful client data in one place. From there, you can generate reports, template, style, and publish those reports. Imagine building a report one time with your branding, your styling, the combination of like a compilation report, a cover page, a table of contents, financials, and publishing it, building it one time, publishing it across all your clients, and it automatically updates every time the sync takes place. And you can also optionally invite, if you don't want to, some accountants like to send the reports out or email them or print them and send them out. And some accountants want their clients to be able to log in and view the reports that they have authored. But we're going to automate this entire process for you. You're not going to open QuickBooks anymore and bring data out and throw it into Statement Writer or Excel and try to style it. We're going to show you how you can automate that process. You're going to recover billable hours. One of the keys here is you're going to build it one time, you're going to deploy it, it's going to be utilized many times automatically, and you're going to get your hours back. So, 6 ways this happens. We're going to increase your billable hours. Why? Because you're going to have a lot more available. We're going to automate your client reporting. We're going to optimize your firm efficiencies, eliminate redundant tasks. Redundant tasks, especially of the kind that you can't bill for routinely, which the results are it's going to increase your profit performance and increase your value to your clients. Reports are going to look crisp, they're going to look clean, they're going to be on time, and they're going to be in the format that you want your clients to see. So, one-stop shopping, the portal. The portal piece of this device is where you and your staff members are going to huddle around and manage your client activities, progress, where they sit, financial data, and we're going to show that in just a minute. It's a landscape view. Again, we sync data from all the most popular accounting systems. Business intelligence is built into the portal, and from that you get very fast drill down to reports right from the portal view. So you're not going to have to go to get the data. You're not going to have to go open QuickBooks Online for a given account. And one of the big byproducts that we're finding, especially with the firms, the larger the firm gets, is that team collaboration. You won't be sending each other email anymore, potentially. You can use some of our workflow tools that are built in. This is a snapshot view of the portal, just a kind of a teaser. Think QBOA, but with all the cool things like this. Same month last year, last month, and the percent change. This automatically updates across all my clients, regardless of the file type. And we're gonna go into this tool, and we're gonna show you how it operates. Improve collaboration. Use standards templates. Report publishing. Common workflow across all team members. Customize status note fields. Status and note fields are fields that are in the portal that you can customize for workflow, sorting clients by type and kind, and those sorts of things. We'll show you what that looks like. Think of it this way. You've got a bunch of clients. You're a firm, and you maybe have 2, 3 accountants. Maybe you have, in cases of some of our clients, 800 accountants and staff members. We're going to sync the data using our patented technology into the database, and then you and all of your team members, no matter how many there are, you'll arrange them in a hierarchical fashion. We'll be able to manage data about those clients from a centralized portal and take action. Okay? So the byproduct is we have, once the data is in, we have dashboards. We have the ability to build and author customized reports. For instance, if you're dealing with a client that's a multi-unit entity and they have maybe 8 or 10 QuickBooks files in a variety of places, we have things like consolidation and peer benchmarking. You can compare them to each other in a standardized way using a standardized chart of accounts that you have input. So you can report on clients that have one QuickBooks file or one location and multiple QuickBooks files. You can also report on clients individually that use classes inside a QuickBooks file to delineate between their locations, let's say. Qvinci will automatically take care of those kinds of things. And so against those, you can build reports and you can memorize those reports. Once you memorize those reports, you create templates. I'm going to standardize. You know, everybody wants a P&L by month, year to date, with a total at the end styled. And you can put custom analytics in there. What I want to do as an accountant, what you probably want to do as an accountant, I want to build that one time and have all my clients automatically use that report. And I don't have to do that each and every month. We're going to show you how to do that. It's automatically updated. The styling is a very, very Excel-like interface. If you know how to use Excel, you're going to be very, very comfortable in the Qvinci for Accountant styler. And the result is you can create complex compilation reports. Imagine having a cover page, a table of contents, P&L budget to actual, and being able to say, I want to package the output of all this in a PDF that automatically updates for me and my clients. You can export the files, export the data to Excel or PDF, and then again package those into deliverable workbooks. Either send them to your client or make them deliverable online to the client. This is what the styler looks like. This is going to be very familiar to most of you. I've extracted the data, a very simple file. I've styled it the way I want. You can see we have a variety of tools here. And once styled and memorized, this report will work for all my clients. Let's talk about security. We always get questions about, well, you know, what do you guys pull and how secure is it? Qvinci is hosted at Amazon Web Services, the same hosting company, same hosting situation where QuickBooks Online is hosted. AWS carries SOC 1, 2, and 3 compliancy, HIPAA, DoD. The DoD uses Amazon. So highly secure. We have total redundancy and total failover. Our main servers at AWS are in the Virginia region, complete failover to the Oregon region. We have never gone down, ever. We do not allow external user access. It's very tightly controlled. We don't sync Social Security numbers, employee data, bank account numbers, credit card numbers. We just don't take that data out of the file. We take reporting data. And Intuit, every year, performs an audit. They attempt to breach our systems for security, to prove that the security that we have is acceptable. And we pass that every year. So you can be sure that security is very tight. We don't sell your data to anyone else. We don't transmit your data to anyone else, nor yours, nor your clients. So it's highly secure and it's verified by Intuit. Very briefly, you might want to take a screenshot of this. This is a listing of the staff that services the accounting sector inside Qvinci. And we have an 800 number right here that you can call and talk to them, or you can go to accountants.qvinci.com and engage our staff. So against that backdrop, Why don't we go take a look at the actual application and see Qvinci in action. Now I'm in the live site right now. When you log in as an accountant, your clients do not see this view. You and your staff members see this view. And you can see I've got a client name here, Coffee Shops Unlimited. I got a client, he's got 2 QuickBooks files. I've got a diocese and an automotive repair. And so this is the name of the client, and this is the name of the QuickBooks file that I've chosen for him. Now what we have here are a number of fields and columns that can be moved and sorted the way that you want, as you just pick these columns up and move them around. I'll move it back over here. And some of these are customizable. So I've created one called Monthly Activities. You can call this anything you want. And in Monthly Activities, I have put in a list of activities that I want to have, that I want to do for my customers. Pay bills, reconcile bank statements, journal entries. This can be anything you want, a list of industries, the list of client type, actions to be taken. And you get 3 of these types of fields that you can completely define. So I've got another one here called File Status. In this one, I created a list of my activities: meet with a client, receive transactions, clean up the books, review books. And as I and my staff are working these clients, a bookkeeper might come in and say, you know, I've met with a client, and my client's been met, and now I need to clean up the books. So when another staff member logs in to their portal view, which is customizable for every one of your staff members, he's going to see, oh, you know, I need to clean up the books. So he'll do his work and maybe move it to the next stage. It's an example of the types of things you can do. This is totally customizable by you. We also have note fields here. So, you know, once a call back from John, you simply come in here and you just start typing, you know, on 3/16. Now, John may make that call. A call done. Bill, you need to go and deliver the K1s to Harvey. So we give you the ability to set activities, create custom activities, and timelines, and they can, again, can be anything you want them to be, and note fields. Now we have pre-programmed into the portal. You can imagine you're all set up, and you have an accountant, and you're going to add the 23 clients that he's working on, and maybe a bookkeeper also works on that, but you got another accountant, and he's working on another 50, but he has the right to see 2 or 3 because he's collaborating with one accountant. So you can set up your users to look at one, many, or all clients and or files as is needed by you, the firm owner. Some of these fields are completely defined. You'll notice that these fields are sortable. So if I were to say, show me all the guys, sort these in ascending or descending order, I can do that. I could also say, you know, I want to see everybody who has a field that is review status. And it's going to show me all the clients who have review books as their status. So we can do that with any one of these things. All the guys who haven't closed recently, all the guys who need to be closed. So imagine having 300 or 400 clients, and you say, I want to see everybody that has this status, or everybody that's in Texas, or everybody whose books are a little out of date, like they didn't close their books, right? And you can come in here and set those close dates. But if they're not closed, and the books haven't been closed, then they're going to be NA. Well, you want to know that the books have not been closed, and you're probably doing the accounting, so you're going to set this field. But hey, did we actually close those books on the September the 3rd or September the 6th, whatever the date is? You set that, and you can sort these fields. We show you the file type here. Now, if I click, watch this. This is really helpful. John's Automotive, QBO. I'm going, well, wait a minute. Why is that AR $7.6 million? Let me go to the QuickBooks Hall. You click the QBO, and what will happen is we'll redirect you to the QuickBooks login site, put your credentials in, and you're in the file. Coming back to the portal, all the cells, again, are hot. So if I were to click the Coffee Shops Unlimited, I'm going to expand this. It's going to take me to the account for Coffee Shops Unlimited and look at all the memorized reports that I have for this client, that I've built for this client. Simply clicking back. So it's a way to go to navigate between your clients, even when their file types are different. Now, again, as I said, all these cells are hot. And you can see we've programmed in for you some analytics. Same month last year, last month, percent change between the 2 years. So this is right here. AR and AP. And again, I may come in and say, why in the world is the AR for this company, $7.6 million. If I click that cell for that company, it's going to go bring up the AR for that company. I don't have to go open QuickBooks. I don't have to build a report, export. I can always dump to PDF or Excel, or I can style it for publishing. But I can get straight into the AR and AP from the portal itself. And we have a lot of columns that you can select to turn on or off as configured. You may not want the date last synced. Simply click it off and it's gone. So you and your staff can decide on those things that are meaningful to you, and we'll be adding more to these things. As you see, we have a lot of columns in here. You may want to look at these ratios. I want to monitor these ratios. Well, you know, if balance sheet was really important to me, I would simply grab the balance sheet and drag it over here to the left and say, you know, I want that right there in front of last sync. That's what I want. I want this one here because that's what I care about. Or I might move this one in front. AP is more important than AR. I'll put it in front. Here's the cash. So now we're pulling this data from all these different types of client files, bringing them all into a central repository and letting you and your staff collaborate on the accounted data and activity. Customize it. Put it in the format that you want. Well, now that we're collaborating and we have visibility and we're managing, you know, activity across our client base, one of the next things I want to do is I want to create reports. So we have built for you a set of libraries called the report library, the document library, and the package library. Reports are financial reports, which can be financial or non-financial, and KPIs. Documents are cover pages and text things that you want to combine. And the package means package these things up together. Let's take a look. So I clicked the report library. Let's just go take a look at some of the things that I've done already. So I built a report, P&L by month year to date. Very popular report. I'm going to build it once and do it many times. So I built the report already, and now it's sitting here in the style. When I say, give me the P&L by month, it comes in here, and then I apply this kind of styling. When it comes over, it's just a raw data report. Well, that's fine, and it looks good, but it's much better to put it the way I want. I can add columns and rows. You can see that I have added here a gross margin line. QuickBooks doesn't put out a gross margin line. I added a line here, put the analytics in it, the percent of gross, the percent of margin, and now it's done. So here's what's really nice about Qvinci. As we move through the year, October is going to fill in automatically. The styling is going to travel. Even though a new account may come in here, these styling is going to move. My logo I put in here, the disclaimer that I put in here is all going to update automatically. And this is a very familiar Excel-like interface, as you can see. When I save this, I can publish this across all my clients. And we know, Qvinci's built the intellectual property to go, okay, I need to get the P&L by month for this company, and I need to style these lines just like this, and I need to output it just like that. So now you, the accountant, don't have to go do this every month. It's just automatically going to update. And if you want to make a change, you say, you know what, I really want the total COGS line, I really want that to be bolded. You simply select the line, call it bolded, and save the report. It's saved. Now that line is bolded. And so you can do a lot of you can format the cells, a lot of formatting, decimal places, alignment, merging cells, custom analytics. You know, I can say, you know, I would like to build a vertical analysis. We support vertical analysis by default, but I'm going to do a custom VA tool in here just to kind of show you what this looks like. I'm going to center this, and I tell you what, this equals that number divided by the total income. Very Excel-like. I'm going to turn these into percents simply by selecting the percent column. Look at that. You know, I don't want that centered like that. I think I want to drop that down so it's bottom aligned, like that. And I simply, and you know what? That needs to be a fixed reference. I need to put the dollar signs, don't I? Just like Excel, I'll wrap that thing in dollar signs. And now when I fill down, just like Excel 2014, there's my analytics. If I save this report, I just added a vertical analysis column. I can add them anywhere. If I save this report, every client, the reports are going to automatically update, and that data column is going to be there for me automatically. Well, what does it look like when we export? Let's just do a quick export real quick just to see what the layout looks like. I simply can export this to PDF, and I'm going to say the entire workbook. I want to choose letter. By the way, we have memorized preferences, and I'm going to fit that to the page horizontally and click the Save button. What does it look like when it's exported? Well, I put it in portrait mode, so it compresses it, puts it at the top. You know, I don't like that. Why don't we do it again? I'll save it, and we'll put it in landscape mode and orientation, and I will fit this. I'm going to fit it to page and center it, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in a letter again, because I'm just kind of checking out what the layout looks like. That looks a lot better. That's pretty good. So now that I've got this standard template that's going to play like this. I like the orientation. I like it all. Well, what am I going to do with this? Well, you know what? Not only do I want that, I'm going to put a cover page on top of all my docs. So I'm going to create a document. You can see here I've created in the document library a thing called the cover page. And so let's take a look at what this cover page looks like, because I want to build a cover page one time and reuse it, and that's it. I simply threw my logo in the middle of this cover page. I can put text in here. I can create another page with an introductory letter, dear client. Attached, you will find this, that, and the other, and assemble this table of contents, that sort of thing. Think about building pages and saving them to be assembled. I like this layout. I could bold it. I could change the font sizes. I can cap it. I can fill the background with different colors. I can import a picture, hot links, that kind of thing. That's good. So now what do I want to do? Well, I would like an automated and updated package. You can see here I built a package. Let's take a look at what a package looks like. Well, in the packager, you can see I've got a list of all my reports and the list of all my documents. And all you're going to do is assemble the reports and the documents that you authored into a package. Here you can see I've assembled a cover page and a budget to actual by quarter 2016. When I click this, you'll notice here, this is where I will apply on this report the styling I want, landscape view, margins, that kind of thing. And now that this is built, every time I or my clients run this report, I'm just going to download it here. Every time you do a download, for instance, the data that's inside these packages automatically update. If I change the logo in the cover document that I showed you a minute ago, every package that contains that cover will be updated. Every package that contains the BVA by quarter will be updated. Let's take a look at the download, see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and download that package, just as an example. And we're going to let it run. The internet's a little slow this morning. Okay, let's try her again. Let's select this package and download the package. Internet's not giving it to me. Let's take a look at what this report looks like inside. Here we go. So here's the report that's inside the package. You can see I built a budget to actual, January. I pulled the data out to January through March. I threw in a column called Q1 budget, diff column, April to June, Q2 budget, diff column. This thing is automatically updated. It's already automatically built and automatically put together for me. I should show you also how to build reports. So if I go into the Coffee Shops Unlimited and I look at the reports that are inside here, you can see that I've memorized and built these reports. Well, how do I get the data to build these reports? I'll just say, give me the P&L, by month, this calendar year date, all these filters, et cetera, so forth, build my report. Now I've got the data. The data's here. It's ready to go. It's in the format I want. It's got my standardized chart of accounts over here. It's pretty much what I want, and I memorize and save it. And once I save those reports, they're going to be in the format that I want. P&L, in the case of the budget to actual, I simply click it open and begin to style the report. It'll be raw data. So I'll tell you what, let's go take a report that's, I believe, is raw data still that hasn't been styled. I believe this is it. Here you go. So how would I style this report? Well, I'm going to need a row in front of it, and I'm going to insert and put a row, 2 rows in front of it, and I'm going to put ABC Accounting is my name. And, I really want these cells to be 24-point font and bold. And I want to merge them. So I'm going to merge them horizontally. And in also doing that, I want to center them in the middle of the screen. I want to, I'm going to put some headline, I'm going to put a line above that of that row. And I'm going to go ahead and bold that text. I like that. I think I might put one, I may want to underline these. Similar situation. And so this is what's really powerful about Qvinci. You know this gross profit line? In my styling, I want that to be bolded always. I always want gross profit bolded. I also want it to be backfilled with gray and have blue text. I'm done. I click Save. My report is styled. It's done. I can also rename this report, this tab down here, and I would call this P&L by month. And some other things I can do that are really interesting is I can add another tab down here and do some other analytics. So I can build a KPI, for instance, on this sheet. And when I export the sheet in the packager, both of these sheets are going to come out. So some of the things that people like to do, for instance, is say, you know, I need a note field to the left-hand side. So let me create a note field, a note column. And these are my notes because I'm going to put them in my compilation report or other report. And I will simply center that. And sometimes people say cost of goods. I put a note here like this. Note number 1 for cost of goods. I would go to this sheet over here. I think I'll rename this to notes. And I'll tell you what, well, we're going to head this page. We're going to call that notes. And this is note number 1. Again, we're going to recenter. Very similar to Excel. You have no issues with that. And you're going to say COGS this month are contingent upon, and so you're gonna put your notes in here. Well, now all of a sudden, what's happened is I have just built a report that has the financial data, but I've got note columns over here, and it's going to stick. It's going to stay this way, so that when I export this, I'm going to get this page, and then on the next page, I'm going to get my notes, and I'm going to symbol that with a cover page and the table of contents, and it's going to be output to the packaging tool. And the summary report is going to be dumped out. Let me show you what the report looks like. Here's a P&L, an example of that. This is the P&L dump of that report I just did. Style P&L with a notes field right here. And you can see here the page 2. Here's my note text. Now I can change the column. I can change the size and the layout, the size of this text. But you get the idea. From now on, every time I run my report, regardless of the charts of accounts, this P&L is going to render by month like this, with the notes field on that column, on that line, and this page is going to be here. And I can make changes on a per client basis, or I can just automate the process. So that's the way the Qvinci for accountants works. It's a very simple tool to use. There's all kinds of other tools in here, from consolidation. You know, maybe you have clients that need consolidation, and you want to do a side-by-side reporting. Simply do P&L by entity, this calendar year to date, or whatever that period range you wanted to cover, and build a report. Qvinci automatically goes out and pulls the P&L from both those QuickBooks files, standardizes it, and gives you the total. And from here, of course, you would save and style. So imagine you have a client that has 15, 20 locations. Qvinci will automate the generation of side-by-side reporting, and you can do all kinds of things like turn on vertical analysis and build a report. Just that quickly, I didn't turn on vertical analysis. Let's run the peer benchmarking report. That's what we need for that. Peer benchmarking, vertical analysis, compared to the top 10% of the ecosystem, comparing them to their peers. And here's the top 10% of the ecosystem, and here are my businesses side by side. So the ability to build and architect reports, author reports, run a health check, for instance. If I click health check, this is going to be scanning the QuickBooks files that you have in your firm practice. You should find zeros here. If you see a number here, there's a problem with cash flow. Well, where's the problem with cash flow? I got 400 clients. Click here to open it up. Coffee shop number 2 in this month of this year. Now, these are fictitious files. In the real world, these numbers would not balance. We're forcing this to look like this. An error would be, this is actually an error we had a client. Cash ending in 1 month did not foot with the cash beginning the next period. And so we're scanning the QuickBooks files that you have, and we're looking for anomalies in balance sheet, net income, AR, AP, and cash flow. And if we find those things where numbers do not tie, we flag it here. So if you have 200 QuickBooks files, this is a nice sanity check to make sure that there's certain things that are not wrong with the QuickBooks file. And ultimately, you'll have a dashboard layer, and this is where you'll have widgets and that sort of thing, which on a client-by-client basis will give you last 12 months print. This is, by the way, a consolidated dashboard across two files, because remember, we had two files in here. So P&L last month, P&L year-over-year, AR, bank account last 24 months trending, financial summaries, financial summary last fiscal year, year-over-year. There's a handful of these widgets that are exportable to your packages as well. So we have a solution for you that will allow you to collaborate on your with your FTEs internally, manage your clients, customize and build and author reports that are memorized, and standardize them and allow them to automatically update so that you or your clients can log in and get those packages. Well, if we're automating that solution, then one of the things we have for you is how much is this going to save me? I mean, really, it's a great tool, but let's talk about, what do the costs look like and how much can I expect to recover? Well, we built a tool on our accountants.qvinci.com that you can run called the Qvinci ROI. And what the ROI calculator will do is it'll tell you, you get to play what if. The cells that are orange can be entered, you can enter a number into. And so what we have found with accounting firms is they spend a certain amount of time building reports, installing reports, and vetting reports every month for their clients. So what we have is, how many client files do you have? In this case, I got 250. And this is the traditional method you're probably using, and using Qvinci. What can I expect? And what we have found in talking to clients is, a standard reporting package, P&L, balance sheet, not even budget to actual, balance sheet, table of contents, that kind of thing, and maybe 5, 6 reports. They spend about 60 minutes to 65 minutes a month per client getting these reports in styled, presentable format. Now, if that's true, then it's about 283 hours, and we put these funnel metrics in here, and you spend about $11,000 in FTE time, overhead, and money doing it. Now, with Qvinci, you're going to recover. We're going to save you about 50%. Our cost is less than half of what you do on payroll. Now, the nice thing about that, though, is you get to recover these billable hours, and these are the billable hours that are going to be used in supporting doing that kind of reporting. And if you can rebuild them at 85%, I was talking to a large firm yesterday, and they have 90% FTE utilization on billable hours. So you're going to get billable hours back. This is particularly useful during tax season, right? Because that's where the hours are really at a premium, and the load's really heavy. So every month, you're going to recover these hours. You're going to build these reports once. They're going to automatically work, and you're going to just email them to your client or have your client log in and look at them. And you're not going to spend very much time doing that, maybe 12 and a half hours a month across 250 clients. So the cost of Qvinci is $49.87 for 250 clients. You're going to want to bill out as many of these hours that you recovered, and if your billing rate's $125, you can expect a net gain per month of $24,637. Well, we have clients that we're talking to right now that we're dealing with, and that have 750 clients is kind of what they say, and you can see what the impact is. Using Qvinci is far more profitable than doing the reporting piece the old-fashioned way. And this does not take into account the time saved with the portal, navigating, emailing each other, finding out where a client is, managing the workflow process. This is strictly report, templating, packaging, and publishing. You can expect to recover a phenomenal amount of hours and then use those hours for higher value billable services, whether that's tax and audit, business consulting, and of course, with Qvinci doing the custom analytics reporting, it can really help facilitate your business consulting practice because it's all about presenting actionable reports that a client can do something with, right? So you're welcome to go to accountants@qvinci.com. This is the portal where you'll log in and you'll see how to increase billable hours, how to make client reporting, optimize firm efficiencies, the files that we interface with, the landscape view in the portal. And what we really have for you here is this little button right here called Qvinci in Action. And this is where you can simply come and click Qvinci in Action, and everything I just showed you, you can go in and play in the sandbox. How do you guys do a budget to actual? What does that look like? Simply click this button, and we're going to take you into that live account with that budget to actual, and you can come in here and begin to navigate. You can change in here the bolding. You can see how this thing plays. By the way, This has all kinds of functions like VLOOKUP. You can actually program these intelligent worksheets with things like VLOOKUP or if-then statements. And there's a lot of the same kind of functionality you find in Excel is in our tool. So imagine that you want to create custom KPIs, or if this and less than this, turn it purple. You can put that kind of customization in your default packageable reports right from inside the styler. So when you come to our website, you simply go to Qvinci in Action, and you can say, well, okay, P&L by month. I wonder what that thing looks like. These are just some examples that we have put together for you to come in and actually play in the sandbox and use. The other thing we've given to you that we have for you also is when you go to Qvinci, you're going to see that ROI calculator. You're welcome to come in here and click the ROI calculator, and you can put your own parameters in there, your own values in there, and find out just how much Qvinci for accounts is going to impact your business. So I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today. Again, if you have questions, you're certainly welcome to enter those questions into the question box. I'm going to leave the webinar open for a little bit in case we have more questions. I know we covered a lot of ground today. It's a very robust solution. It's an extremely powerful solution, and it might be something that you may be able to do in one setting, but you might need to learn a little bit, want to play with it a little bit, and learn some of the capabilities in the solution. We have a lot of customized reports in here. You can see I have a balance sheet by quarter that I've styled, and so you can kind of go in and play. Now, when you take an account with Qvinci, you always get a 2-week free trial where we'll let you do as many files and as many client files as you'd like to do. You can do at your leisure. And of course, you could even come in here. You've got this one. You want to dump it to Excel. Fine. Click this button. Dump this thing to Excel. Take it and show it to somebody. The styling is beautiful when you dump it out. If you want to dump it to a PDF as a show and tell, you can. So imagine you could come into the reports that we have and put a custom analytic in here, and then dump your saved documents to an Excel worksheet or a PDF to go show someone else. So it's a extremely powerful solution. A few questions being asked. We'll go ahead and hold it a little bit and let those questions continue to be answered. The question is, do we have intense training programs? One of the nice things about Qvinci is our support is free. You will always find a live chat button here inside the application and in all of our pages. And you can talk to sales, or you can talk to support. If you're an existing client, you'll talk to support. We train you. Depending on the size of your organization, we'll do webinar trainings, and generally those are free for your staff. And we have a training program, so maybe you're a larger entity. We're doing one right now for an extreme top 300 firm. We'll put together a customized training program for you, your staff, your users. We'll train you. I like to say we'll build a Ferrari, show you how to drive it, and give you the keys. So yes, we do have training programs that are very robust, and we tend to customize them. On a per client basis. Everybody's needs are a little bit different than others. I'm going to scan these things a little bit. Are the notes maintained in this section? Yeah, the notes are persistent. The notes that are in those note tabs, they'll stay persistent across. Think about it this way: the notes travel with the client in the portal, not with the user. So anyone that can see that client will see what the latest notes are. So it's not on a per user basis. They travel with the client. I'll scan a few more things here. The solution is being rolled out as we speak. We'll be at QuickBooks Connect. If you're going to be at QuickBooks Connect, come to our booth. We do have a booth at QB Connect. Other questions? Let's see. A question, do you have reports that compare clients' company to other companies in the same industry? This would allow to see if there's a problem with its financials. So, next up, there's a couple of things. If you're a franchise, like this one, clearly they can compare themselves to each other in the ecosystem. What we do have industry benchmarking, is what you're asking. And we will be turning that on across the whole ecosystem in the not too distant future. The thing that you can do is, and we're finding, especially with these larger accounting firms, is you can go into the system and set one of those note fields can be industry, and so you could allow, maybe you have a practice of a lot of construction companies. Well, they will never know who each other are, but you can allow them to. You could do benchmarking, and you could set this up where don't even allow we have accountants that do this, don't even allow your clients to run it. You run it for them and publish a report for them, and that's pretty valuable, right? So you could log in and build a benchmark report for each one of your clients automatically and publish that as part of your monthly deliverable, comparing all the construction companies in your practice to each other, and they would never know who they are, right? And there's a lot of filtering and capabilities in there, and our training staff, the staff would show you how to do that. It's very simple to do. It's not difficult at all. The question was, will this be available via recording? Yeah, we are going to do that. We'll stick it on the website, on the accountants.qvinci.com for an on-demand type of webinar. Also, you can take an account if you clicked any one of our, when you're on our website and you go to some of our pages, you look at pricing over here. There's this form here. You simply fill this out. It'll go into Salesforce and immediately be popped up with the opportunity to chat or call one of our reps internally, and they can do a deeper dive for you, a deeper presentation, get you set up with a free trial. And we don't have any limits on the free trial. I mean, if you wanted to do bring in 50, and we brought on 4 new accounting firms doing this trial this morning. If you want to do 50 clients or 150 clients, and no strings attached. Take the trial if it works for you. If in two weeks it doesn't work for you, turn it off. There's no strings attached. We don't make you sign contracts. What is the client experience other than the dashboard and reports? Can you send them automated emails with reports? We don't send them automated emails. You could obviously put that in your Citrix scenario. I will show you one other element here, and that is what you can do for your clients, which is really valuable. It's probably the most valuable thing that we found. We have a thing called alerts. So you can go in and set up these, let me click alerts here. Set up these alerts for your clients, and it goes like this. So I'm in the Coffee Shops Unlimited, and I can say, I want my client to get a weekly alert, and the period is, here's the period, months to date, and it's a target because that's an income, and I'm going to set that to $5,000. And so because we sync every day at about 2 o'clock in the morning, on about the 9th of the month, all the alerts that you've set, whether it's expenses and income, profit and loss, or cash in the bank, they'll start getting looks like a micro Excel. And it's going to say, you said you wanted to do $5,000, and it's the 15th of the month, and you've done $15,384, and if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to end up about $3,067, and it'll be red instead of being green. If it's red, it's bad. If it's green, it's good. So you can go in on a client-by-client basis and set up these targets and threshold alerts for your client, set the values, and allow them to, and then they'll just automatically start getting alerting that they're either on target or they're not. I've had people call me and tell me they were on the golf course and they got their alert for their businesses. They had like 10 businesses and they got alerts for all 10 of them right in one micro snapshot. So usually, a lot of times, if you want your clients to log in, so a question was, how do clients get the reports? Several ways. We have accountants that say, I don't want my clients to have any logins because I want to close the books and put my disclaimers all around it, and I want to publish it and give it to them. So you would control that experience. You can invite your client to join. If you're doing the accounting, invite them to join Coffee Shops Unlimited, and when they log in, they will only see Coffee Shops Unlimited. And so when they log in, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to land on a consolidated dashboard page, consolidated dashboard, and they can change it and say, well, I only want to see the dashboard for Coffee Shop 1, though, and they can apply the filter. Now this is Coffee Shop 1. They can go to the reportings page, and this is where you will have memorized reports and doc them here for them. And they'll be the published package reports will be here, the PDFs, and so they can run ones that are more grid-like, just a single report, or they can run the packages that you built for them if you want them just to log in and see, hey, listen, here's the whole, the cover page, this, that, and the other, the full financial set. There's 2 sets that will be here for them. I don't have any in here on this one, but my saved reports or my packaged reports. And they can come in here and get their reports this way. So you choose whether you want them to have online access or whether you're going to publish things to them and not give them. Some of our accountants, they want to put the Qvinci output experience as part of their flat rate services that they deliver and control the delivery rate and what it looks like, and they don't want their clients coming in and playing around and doing their own thing. And it's I will provide you what I want you to have, and so it's your choice. Invite them to join or don't invite them to join. So you will go. So the question was, I'm not following how the client gets all the customized reports in PDF. We have a that's going to be released in about 2 weeks. A section over here called My PDFs, and so you will go author the reports and build them. And what you'll do is you'll go into your package library, and you'll build a report. Click build a report, and I will share. You'll share this report. When I share this report, it's going to put that BVA PDF in the client's reporting page. So when he logs in, it's going to be sitting right here. Here's your budget to actual that I built for you. He comes in, he clicks it, it runs. And so that's how he will, if he's logging in, that's how he will get the PDFs. Otherwise, you will download and email it to him, or you'll use Citrix to deliver through your document sharing program or something like that. But if within the Qvinci ecosystem, it's done by you building a package and then sharing it with a client file, a client login. It's a little different experience building something that automatically updates and then you're going to share it with your clients and that kind of thing. It's a little bit different animal than what's been typically done. Other questions? One question is, so can you push them to the client via email at some point? Yeah, we're going to probably add that as an option where you can say, I want to publish this via online or via email send. Kind of an interesting question because when most of the accountants we've talked to want to send them through their email client, so it comes not from Qvinci to the client, but through the accounting firm's email delivery mechanism because they want it to, the client data security delivery mechanism kind of thing. So we'll have that probably as an option in the not too distant future for those that want us to deliver the reports to the client. Anything else? Does anybody have any reports they'd like to see? I'm on the reporting page here. Here's that VA report I was telling you about real quickly. Consolidated reporting across 2 locations, consolidated in the vertical analysis, January, February, March, April, May, side by side. pretty powerful. We had someone say, hey, what does a cash flow report look like? Well, let's take a look. Consolidated cash flow report. By month, this calendar year to date, with account mapping, standardized chart of accounts turned on. Let's build a report. So here you go. We built one automatically. Here's my operating activities, and this is what our, and of course it's a very simple set of QuickBooks files, so we don't have a lot of data in here, but this is what the cash flow report looks like, and you would dump it to Excel or dump it to PDF or style it and put it out there. Yeah, if you get a more robust set of QuickBooks files, the chart of accounts is going to be longer. Of course, you would dump this into the styler if you wanted to, and put some custom. Maybe you want to put a column in here and do an analysis thing in between, that kind of thing. So you can actually take this as, again, the data foundation, and then customize it for your needs. This is just consider this the data structural layer, if you will. Ultimately, you're going to want to do, something along these lines where you get a report that has custom rows and columns that you want and the styling that you want. Any other questions? Well, we have bumped up, we have gone over our limit on hours here. I appreciate you guys showing up. Again, if you have any questions or would like to know more, simply go to accountants.qvinci.com, and we can engage. You can ask questions, get more information, try out all the tools, and engage the sales or support staff. Accountants.qvinci.com. I appreciate your time and attending this. Have a great day. Thank you.